Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and today gonna try Judas Tree for the first time. A really beautiful tree, I always liked it, but I never knew it was edible. It's in the family Fabaceae, or all those bean and pea relatives, and a lot of them are edible, while a lot of them are toxic, and some of them are both, like the normal kidney bean, which is an incredibly toxic foodstuff if you don't cook it. Well, for example, the normal garden pea can be eaten raw. Well, the Judas Tree or Redbud, before we come to the edibility, this is a strange name. Well, Redbud is basically quite easy to explain. Yeah, the color of the flowers, the buds are quite reddish, pinkish, purplish. The whole genus Cercis is called Redbud, but why Judas Tree? Well, the Mediterranean species is called Judas Tree because it features in the Bible. Well, if you remember in the Gospels, it's being said that Judas betrayed Jesus, got 30 silver coins for that, then Jesus was crucified, and then Judas was so horrified or sad or feeling guilty that he hung himself from a Judas tree. He could have hung himself from any other tree, but he hung himself from this tree. And the white flowers of this tree turned red out of shame. Well, there are no records that the flowers have been white prior to the crucifixion of Christ, but that's how the story goes. And also, the leaves, which fell to the ground, started resembling the 30 silver coins which were rolling around in the dirt after they fell out of Judas' purse when he hung himself. Well, I mean, there are lots of plants which are being used for the biblical stories because they parts of them resemble something in the Bible or remind people of something in the Bible. I don't know if Judas really hung himself from a Judas tree, but I think whenever somebody telling the biblical story saw a Judas tree, they could basically use it as a reference. Now let's look at the stuff. Well, that's what the leaves look like. They are round, and the underside is quite of whitish. Well, we are now in the wrong time of the year. The underside is more whitish than the upper side, so when they fall to the ground and look kind of silvery, they might resemble coins. And the flowers are indeed a deep pink, whether out of shame or in order to attract insects is a different thing. It has many uses, a lot of medicinal uses, which I will not cover here because I'm scared that somebody might use it wrong as a medicine. Bark and young twigs are being used for weaving baskets. And there are lots of culinary uses. Well, in Europe it wasn't used so much, in the Mediterranean for culinary stuff, but in several European and Mediterranean countries, like scepters of kings and staffs of bishops were made from this. Actually, there are scientists who think that, for example, its distribution in northern Bulgaria, close to former Bulgarian capitals, may have come from the fact that it was planted to have enough wood for those stuffs. Well, as always, Europeans didn't use this stuff so much for culinary purposes, but the Asians did. There are several species in Asia and North America, and actually the fruit seem to be edible too. The Navajos roast the pods and eat the seeds. They must have a species with bigger seeds because this one has quite small seeds. I don't think... here is one. I don't think it will be worth the trouble. But right now, it's not time for the seeds. I think I'll try to roast some in summer or autumn. Now it's time for the flowers, which are being used for eating in several Asian cultures. You can pickle them. However, it's being said that you should pickle the buds and not the open flowers, because the open flowers don't survive that long in the brine. The buds survive better. Well, for eating. Oh, that's a surprise. I thought they would taste similar to black locust flowers, but no, actually they don't. Oh, and somewhere I read that they would taste like raw mushrooms. No, for now they don't taste like raw mushrooms either. Well, here I have mostly buds and a couple open flowers. They taste sweet and sour, like a salad. Nice, let's try the open flowers now. In the open flowers, the sweetness actually dominates the sourness. I like this. Look at this beauty. Well, the beauty will last only a couple days or weeks, so I think I can eat a couple of those. Nice. Sweet and sour with a mild flavor. That would be a nice addition to a salad, folks. That's a discovery. I mean, I cannot say what I like more. The black locust or other locust species flowers, which are more sweet and have a savory flavor to them, or those which are a nice balance of sweet and sour. Yeah, black locust flowers are not very sour. Those are not very sour either, but they remind me of sorrel. I cannot stop eating them. Okay, folks, I'm finishing the video in order to continue munching on those tasty flowers. This was the Judas Tree or Redbud, Cercis siliquastrum. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit, or nowadays in spring mostly flower videos from the beautiful city of Heidelberg. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.